Hi, Bethel family and friends. My name is Pastor Kailani. Thanks so much for joining us for today's Daily Hope Devo. Today, I want to share with you one of the points from Pastor Frank's message on Sunday. He started a brand new series called Living on Purpose. If you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out on our social media or our church website, bethel.org. This series is really awesome. It's going to be about 6 weeks long, and this past Sunday's message was titled All In, and what it means to be an all-in believer. And one part that really spoke to me and stood out to me was, in order to live on purpose, to be an all-in believer, we have to grow through discipleship. Now, that really challenged me because I think that's something that can cause a lot of pain. Growth in general causes a lot of pain. It reminds me of my son, our son Alakai. He's 3 years old and he just went through this growing spurt. And it's so cool to see that, okay, growth is a signifier of health. It shows me he's healthy, he's strong, he's growing, which is a great thing. Healthy things tend to grow. And it's also heartbreaking at the same time. And it makes me really sad because I realize, oh my gosh, where's my little baby? He's not so little anymore. He's growing up big and strong. And sometimes growth comes with pains, right? Growing can hurt us physically sometimes. And spiritually, it's the same way. When we decide to grow in our discipleship and grow in our faith, it's uncomfortable. It's not always easy. Sometimes we find ourselves facing tough situations and tough times, but we have to come through it and push through it because that's how God works. In our weakness, his strength is made perfect. And we can experience so much freedom and joy as we gain more understanding and knowledge and grow closer to him in our growth. And so I want to tell you a little bit more about this. And Acts 2:42 says this: all the believers devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching. It goes on to say, and to fellowship, and they devoted themselves to sharing meals, including the Lord's Supper, and to prayer. And now we call ourselves believers. We call ourselves Christians, and maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you need to take the next step and accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. But for those of us who are already believers, we're already Christians, we're already following the Lord, this verse tells us, hey, we need to be devoted to the apostles' teachings. We need to open up our Bibles and really dig in and say, how can we learn and grow from this? It means we're charged to move. We have a charge for us to pursue action, to take a step forward, to make progress and change. And change can be hard, kind of like growth. I mean, look at what we've been going through for the past 6 months. A lot of growth and a lot of change, and it's been very difficult. But again, there can be so much joy and freedom when we change and draw closer to the Lord. He draws closer to us. And I'm a huge Disney fan, if you didn't know. I love Disney. I love Walt Disney. And I love one of the quotes from Walt Disney. He says this: around here, however, we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors and doing new things because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. I think as followers of Jesus, we're called to do the same thing. We're called to the same action, to keep moving forward in our growth, in our understanding, and in our discipleship, and our knowledge and wisdom of the Lord, by reading our Bible, by sharpening ourselves, by joining life groups, by getting around like-minded believers who can challenge our thinking and help us to get a better and stronger understanding of who Jesus is, so we can live as better, stronger believers for him. And to live on purpose means to take action. It means that we need to take an initiative. And I love the word curious. In Walt Disney's line, it says, because we're curious. The definition of curious is something strange and unusual, or a state of being eager to learn or know something. I think that's so special. And I think we need to be curious believers of Jesus. We need to be eager to learn something new about the Lord. Sometimes it might be a little strange and unusual as we read the Bible and as we grow in our faith and our knowledge of the Lord. But let's be curious to grow in our discipleship. And as we get closer to God, he's going to move closer to us. And in that, we're going to be able to live on purpose for him. So be encouraged today to keep moving forward, even in the tough and strange times that we find ourselves facing. Let's move forward and keep living our lives on purpose for Jesus. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.